Hello, welcome back. Today I'm reviewing these 1/6 scale ThreeZero Power Ranger 6-pack. So I've considered getting these for quite a while. I originally pre-ordered two of the figures. So one was the White Ranger and the one was the Red with the Dragon Shield. My Red with the Dragon Shield got cancelled, so I couldn't find that anywhere else. It was showing up on Zavvi, and unfortunately they cancelled my pre-order. And then I saw a few pictures of these coming out and didn't like how long the neck looked compared to the rest of the figure, which sort of put me off. So I'd cancelled my pre-order for the White Ranger and took the loss on my deposit on that. But after watching loads of reviews and stuff, I decided I would wait for this to come down in price and grab this as a pack rather than buying individually. And then I probably, although I've lost the money on it, will grab the White Ranger still. So this is as it comes in the packaging. So on here we've got nice artwork, and then it's just got a morpher down here. It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Power Rangers around the outside. It's the Core Rangers with the Green Ranger. On the other side we've got It's Morphin Time, some little art on there, and then on the back we've got this lovely little print of all the dinosaurs, and then you've got the Green Rangers emblem in the middle there, which is a nice sort of gold printing on that. And then just on the side here you can see the figures in the gap, and then we've got the little stamp of approval, all the information. It says this is not a toy, only suitable for ages 15 and above. So I wouldn't recommend giving these to your kids. Obviously, for the amount of money that you pay, you're probably not going to want to anyway. But I grabbed these on eBay. They were £450 rather than the £550 upwards on most websites. So this was pre-owned. Apparently had been out of the box, but you wouldn't notice that. And it's just got like a couple of storage marks on the corners there and there, which for £100 difference doesn't bother me at all. And then sliding out off the outer box, we've got this nice artwork there, which is just a version of the actual figures that you get in the box. It just looks like it's been photoshopped or whatever. And then on the side you've got a print of the actual figures there, so they're not photos of the characters, they're actually pictures of what you get in the box. And then on the back, the other Rangers there. Then when we open it up, it's got like a nice window display with all your respective Rangers, and they're just a little like Red Ranger for the Red Ranger, Green for the Green. You can see all their weapons and stuff in there, and then their main weapons is just behind them when you take them out of the box. And then you can just see all the figures in the box there. So I'll give you a little close up and you can have a nice look of them. And that's about it for that. It's just got a little logo on there, a bit of artwork on the top, all that sort of stuff. So let's get these out of the box. Right, split these into two just so I can fit them on the desk, and I'll go through them in threes rather than do sort of all six at once. So this is as they come out of the packaging. So they've got all their covers and stuff over just to protect the bits. They've got their main weapons just sitting behind them, and then they each come with sets of hands as well. At the top here they come with Blade Blaster, and I'll just get all that out and go through the accessories there. And here's a Red Ranger out of his box, so I'll just go through it on the Red Ranger, and then I'll just get them all out so you can see them all. So they come with this little protective bit on each of the arms, feet, head, and protection on the chest there. So they just slide off, and there's the packaging pretty much done with, and you're left with your figure. If I can get that one off. Oh, there's his foot. So I've heard a lot of these are very loose on the feet. So I'm just going to try, I'll say that, be a little bit careful with them. Okay, and it should just, there you go, pop straight back on, so that's fine. This bit you can just turn around a little bit, so it's just the cuff of the boot, and there he is. And then this bit, so I haven't played with these yet, so this is literally me looking at them as you're looking at them with me, other than the blade blaster, which I just wanted to work out before I get out on camera, because they're a bit of a pain to have a look at. So there he is, he's got his nice helmet on the top, which the gloss is very, very nice on that, obviously plastic. And then there's his suit, which gives off like a bit of a metallic kind of look. And then we've got like hard plastic or hard rubber sort of on the boots and the cuffs there. And then his morpher's obviously made out of plastic. And then we've got this almost leather sort of belt and holster with that. So there he is. And then there's his sword. So the detail in the sword is very, very nice. So if you can see that bit in the middle there, let me just, and then you can, yeah, so you can see his T-Rex Tyrannosaurus coin in the middle, all the paintwork and detail in the sword and the handle, and then all the detail in there. Feels pretty good quality, but I wouldn't want to try and bend that. That would definitely snap. Obviously they're not toys that you play with, but if you got a bit creative with it, or you dropped it, or you give it to your kids, you'd probably say bye to that sword, and that would be the end of that. And there's a blade blaster, they all come with that. So they've got one of them each, obviously apart from the Green Ranger. So that's it with the blade extended out, and then it can come in and out. So we put that back in there. And then if we want to turn it into a blaster or a red gun, depending on which one you're watching, you can just move the top bit forward and then slide the bottom bit down. So just to put it back, you can re-extend that, push that together, and it'll sit nicely in this holster. The detail on it is very, very nice. So you can see bits of battle damage in there, makes it look quite dirty. It's got the Power Rangers written on the side, what looks like an eye at the top there, like chipping on the teeth, damage on the corners, which is obviously meant to be there. Here it is. And just really, really nice addition. I love the fact that they've made that so you can actually change that into a movable blaster, if you will. So they all come with the same sort of hands, apart from one set of hands, which would be specific to the Ranger that you're using. Obviously you can mix and match them, so you can swap the pink with the yellow, and then the guys with the guys. And then this is the weapon holding hand for the male Rangers. And then there's the fist, and you get a left and a right with each of those. And then on the figure, just out of the box, you just get like an open grip or an open palm sort of hand, which again is the same for all of them. Right, and here's Trini, and as you may notice, obviously her hand is missing, but I just wanted to show you a little something, because my Trini, I went to move the arm, and because obviously you can't really see the bend when they're out straight like that, I couldn't really work out what was going on. It wouldn't quite bend the right way. So you can actually pull the hand off, lift this little bit up, move it around whichever way you want it, so it's meant to go that way, and then plug the hand back on. So if you have any problems with trying to work out where's what, or what's going on with your hands or arms or legs, you can do all that the same. So the feet do the same as well. So now she's back together. Let me just go through Trini. So obviously the female figures are the same. They're obviously going to use a different body mold to the males, just because they're going to obviously be different size. They all come with the same, so the colours are just different, but the suit's the same. So they've got the seam down the middle there, which apparently is accurate to the show. She's got nice yellow diamonds on the boots and the cuffs, on the chest, and then there's like this, almost like a vinyl print, a little bit like the sort of stuff you see on a t-shirt, and then the belt. The downside to this belt, it can be removed, so there is like a little buckle in there, which is obviously covered by this. If you was displaying it at the side, that would bother me a lot. Obviously I'm not going to be doing that, but if I did want to kind of have a side to side, that would really annoy me. It's the same on all of them, but it's just a little nitpick of mine. So the helmet detail is really good. All the pinstriping in there is really, really good. You can see that they've made good efforts with that. The helmet sculpt is very, very nice. The gloss on the visor and everything is absolutely lovely. She's got her saber-tooth tiger in her belt, the coin, which looks very nice. So I am pleased with her. She looks very nice, as well as Jason. And then I've got... So again, they all came with the gun blaster that will just fit nicely in there. I think it's that way. If I'm getting this the wrong way around, I'm sorry. Don't abuse me too much, but there we go. I think it goes that way. It's about the only way I think it can go, to be fair, but it fits in very snug. It's not going to fall out. It's not going to pull that down or break it. It is made of plastic. The detail in there just makes it look like metal. It's just really, really beautiful detail. I'm so surprised by these and love them. So there's Trini, and then she comes with her daggers, which obviously they're both the same. Doesn't really, there's a slight bit of, I don't know if you can see that well, bit of battle damage sort of in there. This is all supposed to be in there, so don't worry that yours is chipped or nothing like that, because it's not. Obviously you've got her tiger coin in there. Really good size, really nice colour, really well done. And obviously the other one's the same. Then her, she comes with 2 weapon holding hands, the same as the men, 2 fists, and then she comes with these kind of like dagger holding, posing hands, so you could just sort of slide them in there, and you can see that the fingers kind of supporting the dagger there, which looks nice. And if I stick it on her, alright, that's going to go in. Right, I've had to skip the Yellow Ranger because unfortunately she has had to undergo a bit of surgery. She's been fixed, so my wife's just luckily fixing her for me, and she'll be fine. But if the joints are too stiff, you can pop off the hand or the feet, take the cuffs off and roll the sleeves or the trouser leg up, and there is some screws in there which I'd have thought you could probably just loosen off, so you can move it. So looking at this moves so much better than Trini did, and unfortunately she has had a bit of an accident now, but as I said, she's been fixed, so she'll be fine. But don't try and force anything. They're very delicate. I'm not too annoyed about it, but it makes me doubt the quality a little bit. The peg for the, I think it was the elbow, is so thin compared to the rest of the arm. Just doesn't make sense. It's just snaps so easy. It was crazy. But she's having a new piece put in, and whatever she's being done is being done. So yeah, be careful. So there he is, his coin in the middle there. Comes with the same sort of open grip hands or open hands. The helmet, again, very nice, very glossy. The detail on it is really nice. I see a couple of people complain about the thickness of the neck, but I don't know if you saw in the show, and actually if you squeeze it, it does feel a bit softer. So there's obviously like rubber or something underneath, but in the show, they were wearing some sort of padding around their neck. I didn't like it at first because the neck looked too big, but actually off camera, even on camera there, I can see it does look a bit big, but in person, it doesn't actually look that bad. But the quality on the helmet is lovely, really, really nice, really nicely done. You can see there's like little horn sort of shape just coming up at the top there. So I'm happy with him. And then his extra hands that he comes with, he's got the weapon holding hands and the fists, and then obviously the ones that he comes with in the box here. And then he comes with this kind of posy hand, pointing to the putties that they've been naughty, whatever. And then some sort of grip hand, which I'm guessing is for the axe, but I haven't quite worked out what it is yet. But I will put it on and have a look. There's the axe. So it looks really chunky, really good, nice quality. Plastic again, but painted to look as though it's metal. It's got like the battle damage on it. And again, this isn't damage from the figure, it is like that out of the box, so they're all the same. And it's got like the metallic metal just underneath there, which you can see shiny, to make it look like there's some metal underneath. So and then there's his little coin logo. This bit does slide up and down, so there he is holding it. And then when you put the bow on the top, it just kind of sits in there. Slide that forward and it just keeps it in place there, which I thought was a really nice touch. It would just stop it from falling out. And then obviously the sword just goes in the top there, which I will have a look at later. All right, next one is Billy. This is probably one of my favourite ones, who's just looking at his suit, the light bounces off it so much. I mean, they've all got this metallic kind of shiny suit, but this one particularly for me looks lovely. It just pops so well. Putting him next to the pink and the yellow ranger would probably look quite nice, make them colours really pop actually. In the helmet we've got the gold on the eyes. Some argue that it probably should be yellow, but nonetheless looks really nice. And again, the detail on there where they've just added like the white line at the top there just to set off the visor, really nice. Feels smooth, good quality. Yeah, there's not really much difference to say about these because all the males are the same. They all use the same body, same suits, different colour. Just the only difference is one set of hands and then the heads. So there's this coin in there which is detailed nicely. I don't know if you can see it very well because my camera's just... no, but it's there. And the quality of it looks really nice. You can see the Triceratops in there quite well, and then again he's got the same on the back with the belt buckle as the others. He comes with some different fists, hands, so he gets his open hands, the weapon holding hands, the fist, and he actually comes with his two karate chops. So I would assume it's because they're because of the way that he's going to hold the weapon. Sorry. I would assume is why they've probably given him a karate chop instead. And then he comes with two of these, which click together nicely to make his power lance. So you can just join them in the middle there. And that fits together. And then you can just extend out the rest of it to make it longer. So it's got that little extendable piece on there. And then if you look in there on the end, it's just got some really nice detail put into there. The fault into this has gone really well. Obviously he's got his Triceratops in the middle, so they're both the same. It's just one's got a plug and one's got the hole just so they can clip together. But yeah, they're really nice. I like them. They're a good addition. One of mine's a bit loose, as the other one's a bit stiff. Again, it's got a bit of battle damage on there, nothing too much, but just to add a little bit of depth to the item. So there you go, and that's the Blue Rangers equipment. Okay, lastly for the original Rangers is Kimberly. So she is exactly the same body and everything and articulation and whatever as the yellow one. So the articulation on the elbow, I don't know if that's wrong, as in put on the wrong way around, because it seems to the joint is just so stiff in the crease of the elbow. I'm really not going to push that any more than that, just because of what happened to my last one. Obviously, oh, there goes her head. So the articulation on the head is just that it goes a bit sideways, back and forward a bit. It's and then obviously full 360 there. It makes it very, very loose. So just be a little bit weary when the females just don't seem to be that great, I'm not going to lie. And then she has a bit of ab in the middle. Yeah, I'm just very weary about wanting to push her too much. I really don't want her to break. She feels so tight. The knees feel fine, the feet are okay. The feet pop off the same as the hands if you move it too much, so there's a bit of a swivel, goes forward and back, but they pop off so easy. I would rather it do that than it break, to be fair, so at least that's something. And then you get a bit of a twist in the midsection. Got the upper leg, and then the double joints on the knees. When it gets caught in there, it does pop back quite nicely, so it's you know, it doesn't leave like a long-lasting look to see that you can that you've pinched the fabric. So at least it's something. Again, if you're collecting these and you are just going to grab some of the figures, I would honestly just grab the ones that you prefer the most. Like if the Green Ranger's your favourite, get him in a single pack. If the red one's your favourite, get him in a single pack. I wouldn't recommend buying the females unless you specifically wanted that one, just because they're so flimsy. For the money, and for me, this is the first 1/6 scale figure that I've ever bought, apart from like Action Man and stuff when I was a kid, but you know, it's like 20 quid, you throw it down the road and it's not going to break or whatever, or if it does break, you're not going to care. Price point on these are just completely different, where you're probably going to if it breaks. So if you collect all of them and you know what you're doing with them, then yeah, great, the 6-pack's going to save you some money. If you're new to the game, I only bought them because they're Power Rangers, not because I'm going to get into that line of figures or anything like that. I wouldn't recommend just buying a 6-pack and hoping for the best. I would buy the figures that you want to put in your display and leave it as that. But by all means, if you find them cheap, or you know, you're happy with how you're going to display them, then yeah, cool. So going on to the accessories for Kimberly is comes with her bow, her arrow for her bow, should I say. And again, bit of battle damage on there. It's painted nicely silver, and then the pink on the front and the back, and again more battle damage there. And then here comes her bow, which the detail again's on really nice. The strings are nice added touch, and you can hear that it's nice and tight in there. And then you got the her coin in there. Don't know if you can see that very well, but it's there and it looks decent enough. You can actually, for being so small, you can definitely just see the detail in there. And then you got the rest of it there, and then there's the back. So I don't know how well that would sit in there, if it would. I suppose you could try. Oh, there you go. So it does actually have a little bit on the back where you can actually put it on the string. So you actually probably could fire that. It wouldn't go very far, but it looks cool enough. So yeah, you can see where the string fits into the back of the arrow. Just in there like that. There it is. And then her hands are obviously going to be specific for the bow. So yeah, you've got the little arrow holding hand there, and then the one for the bow there, which is a nice touch that she'll actually be able to hold it properly. But yeah, really nice figure she is. I love the colour of her, don't get me wrong. I know it sounds like I've slagged this one off quite a bit, but I'm just using the general, the females for articulation are crap, so be careful kind of feel. But the helmet looks very nice. The colour on the suit's lovely. Her holster's a little bit smaller, just to fit that in. Obviously, because she is a bit smaller, it makes sense. Yeah, she's nice. She looks good. I like her. I'll be happy to display her. I've just got to find the right pose for her where I'm not going to have to bend her arms too much. And then I'll be quite happy. It's just taken me about 10 minutes to get her to hold the bow and arrow. She doesn't hold it properly, but I will have a... Well, she does, but I'll have to have a little fiddle around with it later. Just to get it to look right. Right, lastly is the Green Ranger. So obviously it comes in the 6-pack with the other 5. Uses the same body mould, has the same material. It's a nice sort of metallic green colour. So his belt and everything's exactly the same. The boots and all that sort of stuff just in his own colour. The helmet looks really nice. The pinstripes on it looks nice. I believe there should be like a gold trim around that. Red diamond, but yeah, it doesn't bother me. And then obviously he's got teeth at the side, nice shiny gloss. Yeah, it just looks really nice. Got the horn on the back, down the middle, which looks cool. And then his morpher, he's got his dragon coin, and it is gold, which I believe originally the photos were showing it's silver. And then he's got his holster here for his dragon dagger. And then the shield's kind of made of just like a thick, I don't want to say plastic, it's more of a rubber really. It's bendy and movable, so you can sort of pose him well enough, or I'd hope, and it not be too restrictive, but it is hard. It's not gonna, yeah, I would say it was more of a rubbery kind of plastic, but, and then he obviously has the gold trims around his gauntlets there, and then the little armbands at the top there. And this one doesn't stand very well just because his feet are so stiff, but I have found by just popping the feet off and then having a little fiddle with this, so move it up as far as you can, put the feet back on, it does most of the time tend to help. This one just seems to be so far down that you can't sort of move it up any more than that, and the same with that one, but yeah, again, I'll play around with it later and get it to hopefully stand up and do something. Or he's going to have to sit in some sort of pose, which is fine. He comes with an extra hand because he has, let me just grab them out quick. So he has his flute playing hands, where obviously you can see the middle finger is down to be pressing a button, and then he's got like a pointy one. So this one and this one are his like extra hands. So he comes with these normal ones, the fist, the weapon holding hands, and then he comes with these, and then as an extra he's got his flute playing finger hand, which is pretty cool. So rather than replace it, they've added us an extra one, which is nice. And then for his accessories, Here is his Sword of Darkness, which they've added some nice beads on there with a bit of string just for accessory on there, which is obviously in the show. Nice detailing on the handle there where they've put the gold in, and then if you can see in there, they've obviously got like the black washing behind it, and then the gold paint. More detail just on here, and they've gone as far as just adding like the dots and stuff on there, and almost like the wave looking bits, and even the black on there. I would never have noticed if they didn't add that on there, so for them to add that on is a really nice touch. And again, adding just the detail in there, if they'd have just painted that gold, I can't imagine many people would have noticed too much. And then that's the same for both sides, so yeah, really nice looking sword with that. And then here's his dagger as well. So he's it actually looks very similar, if not probably a little bit more detailed than the Lightning Collection one, so, or the Legacy dagger. I think it's probably more similar to the Legacy dagger, but it's actually got more detail in it than the Lightning Collection dagger, which doesn't come with these little gold bits there. But yeah, very nice detail. Just a beautiful little piece, which is what we'd expect and hope that it would look like. So yeah, really nice. I'm gonna whack him on and put all the hands on so he can play it and just show you that quick. There he is holding his flip dagger very nicely. You could add an extra hand on there if you want, just so he's holding sort of both ends of the dagger. Yeah, so if you just took the time to rework that, you'd be able to sort of get both hands in. And then it just fits in just by, let's see how we can do that. So you can just slot it in like that if you wanted to, but there is like a little elastic bit just at the side. If I turn it around like that, you can see it there. So you can slide that in and then just pull the elastic over the top just so it doesn't move around. Stick that back. And then line it back up properly. And there you go. And it just fits in nice like that. Right, so I've just put him in a little pose quick, and he is absolutely my favourite, which I'd probably expected anyway, to be fair, seeing as he is my favourite ranger. But yeah, the posing is pretty good. You can pose him. I don't know how the suit would wear over time. For me, I'm going to pose them anyway and just enjoy them. I don't intend on selling them, and I never expect to sort of get my money back anyway off of stuff that I buy. If I do, then a bonus, and if I don't, then whatever. So I will be posing them up and displaying them in my cabinet. Hope for the best. I'm going to put them all in a little pose, put them all together, and just do my final thoughts on them, guys. Right, so after about half an hour of posing and changing hands, and hands falling off, feet falling off, I've got some sort of pose in them anyway. It's not how I want them to be, so I will change them up before I put them away. Probably have to stand them up a bit more straight just to fit them in that space behind. Overall thoughts, the design of them are really good. The helmet, the suits, the weapons are all very nice. The attention to detail on them are really good. Unfortunately, the pegs for things like hands and the arms and all that sort of stuff, particularly on the females, are just awful. They really are. You know, I've had to buy these myself, so they haven't been produced, and either way I would review honestly anyway. So I like them. I really like them. And I did buy them to keep them, not just to review, and if I didn't like them, get rid of them, because I do like them. So they will be a part of my display for a while, obviously. I will look to buy the White Ranger and Draken just to add to the collection. If I'd have known a bit more about them, maybe I would have just bought the Green Ranger separately. and not bothered getting the 6-pack just for the money. I don't think that they're quite where they should be. I understand from 1/6 scale they are pretty cheap, but to me it's a lot of money. I am a 6-inch figure collector, and everything I got, like my horror, Star Wars, Lightning collection, all that sort of stuff, it's all that scale, and I've never bought anything this big before. So for somebody who's used to that kind of 20 to 30, 50 max price point for a figure set of up to £550, it's a lot. Like I say, I managed to get these online for £450, which was bad enough. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't pay more, but that's not taking away how nice these figures really are. It's hard for me to show. In certain poses and stuff, they just don't look right. I don't like the way the Green Ranger's standing, but I love the way that the blue and the black are standing, maybe because they're up a bit more straight, I don't know. Red Ranger looks okay. So yeah, I wish I could, the suit was maybe a little bit more baggy around the knees or something. I mean, I could bring it up, so take off the cuffs and the boots, bring them up a little bit, be able to pose them a bit better. I'm still waiting on the recovery of the Yellow Ranger. Hopefully she won't have to be replaced, because that would be another 80 to 100, 120 pounds. I've seen them around the 70 pound mark online, and then anything up to about 120, and then like the Green Ranger, White Ranger, Draco and all that stuff is upwards from there. So if you're going to buy them separately, you're going to be looking between the 70 pound and sort of 140 to 145, 150 maybe. But yeah, the helmet sculpts are really nice, the suits are really nice, they're stretchy enough to be able to do what you want to do, they do pose okay. The detail on them, as I said, are really nice. Yeah, I'm happy with them, I do like them. It's unfortunate that due to my mishap with the Yellow Ranger, I was kind of a bit put off, which is probably shown in this video, unfortunately. But yeah, so comparing them to anything else that I've ever had, as I say, just really, really nice. I got mixed feelings on the quality. I want to sit here and say the quality is amazing, and on the male Rangers it really is, but on the female Rangers it's really not. Maybe they could have done a little bit more with the peg and stuff just to make it a little bit better. Maybe I was just unlucky, or I was a bit rough with it, but I really wasn't that rough with it, knowing that I couldn't see the joints, so I was careful with it. Still had its day, unfortunately, but she'll be put with the collection soon anyway. So once I've got her out, I'll attach a little video and some photos to this video, and hope you liked the review. I've got 2 days left on my Lunar Wolf giveaway for the Lightning collection, so that is still going. 2 days, which is the 20th on Friday. So if you're not in that, have a look. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't, let me know what you didn't enjoy, and I will try and work on that. I'm very, very new to this YouTube stuff. I'm more of an Instagram person, so give me a thumbs up for effort. Little follow, I will be reviewing more bits. We're due the rest of the ninjas here in the UK in June, so it shouldn't be too long till we'll be able to get that review out, see them all together, pose them up all nicely. Just perfect little ninja setup there. Will all be finished. Yeah, let me know what you think about these. Is it something you've picked up? Are you avoiding them? Is the price point too high? Is the quality too low? Is it not something you collect? Or is it something that you're waiting on going down in price, or you're thinking about doing? And as I said, if you're thinking about it and you are more pointed towards, oh, I like the Green Ranger or the White Ranger, I would have a look at going to get the single issue rather than the 6-pack. Obviously, if you want the whole selection of the Rangers, then grab the 6-pack, because you do save money than buying them separately, unless you can find them pre-owned on eBay or something. Then obviously you'll save a few pounds there. But yeah, let me know what you're going to do. I will be reviewing the white one, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, if I can grab that. My missus is thinking about getting it for my birthday, so I might have to hold off on getting that and waiting for the best. But anyway, have a good day, guys. Sorry this review's been a little bit long and it's not something I usually do. So as I say, if that shows in the video, I apologise and hope you all have a lovely day. See you later, guys.